Malaysian made.
Our Colton's drilled his pan to put his fittings in. Trying to drill his pan to put his fittings in.
Hard as a damn rock.
Yeah. All right, well, Colton is out here. We're fixing to button up this motor. Gonna do the pan, oil pump, heads, head gaskets, lifters, all that. And you see that fancy box right there? The Brodix. Colton has worked a lot and saved a lot to afford what's in that box. 221cc Brodix aluminum heads, completely assembled, ready to go.
Yep.
So that's what's going on. Got his MLS head gaskets, got everything. So the pan is, we put the bungs in the pan, and he took it and blasted out with the car wash. Howard's lifters, lots of fancy stuff.
Yeah.
So ooh, pretty. Alright, got the oil pump on, pickup, and tack welded it. Got the gasket on now. Goes the pan. There. Got the MLS gaskets on. Had to take my file and open that hole up a little bit because the studs in this block, is dark block, are bigger than standard small block. But they're on there. These are our 40 thousandths, 40 thousandths, 41 thousandths. But look, you see this material? That is a shim gasket with a shim gasket and a plate in the middle. Everybody says, you can't stack head gaskets. Works like a champion. Works so good that MLS company started doing it.
Don't the LS motors come factory with?
Yeah, shimmed head
with
gaskets.
MLS head gaskets?
Yeah.
Which is a shim gasket?
Yeah, see what I do is I take a shim like this, a GM shim, Felpro, and then I put a regular gasket on top of that. Seals like a champion. So, but these are supposed to handle a lot of boost. And here comes the head. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, heads are on and torqued down. Now he's fitting his header tubes for his turbos. Alright, well, we got turbos, headers and everything down there. It's really pushing that engine stand to the max there.
Yeah.
That's too cool. Getting a different intake for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just be able to clock them wherever and run them into the hat.
This one will be turned right there. This one will be turned like that.
Okay, Colton saved his money and went down to Summit and got him a Turbo 400 with a trans brake. This is stage 4, what, 900 horsepower to the rear tire. That's what it'll handle. Trans brake. It's got all the goodies in it. FTI. So this is going in S10, so he'll be able to leave trans brake full boost. Oh, it's going to be awesome. He worked really hard and saved his money to afford this. This thing is not cheap. No. He spent more on that transmission than I did on my whole car. Both of them. But it's what it takes. That's what it takes. Alright, we got the bumpers on. Setting the lash while I prime it. Gonna be priming it while I adjust the lash. Get all that set. These are the Speedmaster. They are exactly the same as the Comp Magnum roller rockers, and these are a 1:6 ratio, which is going to bump his lift up. It's going for 585 to 6.
Like 624, I think.
Something like that. 630, somewhere in there, which is still plenty good for the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are them. They're $200 versus $300 for 8 for the Comp Cam Magnum ones. So they're really nice and upgraded for what we usually use, but still cheaper. And they are nice, man. This is what I was talking about the other day. They don't make any that clear. These clear perfect. That's a 1.550 spring.
Yeah.
All right, we threw the intake on. I got all the valves set, and these are some stout springs, what I'm here to tell you. But anyway, new intake will be here tomorrow. But let's throw this on there so I have something to tighten that down with, so I can prime this thing. So while I'm priming it, he's going to rotate around. Once we get oiled every one of them, and we'll be set, ready to bolt everything up and put his new tranny and a converter and all that on it, and stick it in the S10. Move my car out of the way, probably take it up the road tomorrow under 10, 15 pounds, 10, 13 pounds of boost, somewhere in there. I don't know if my fuel pump can handle 13 pounds, but I'm definitely going to turn it to 10, and it ought to be a whole side different. You can see in the last video, it was pretty lazy because the time was so low. So The effective compression was only 7 to 1 with that 4 pounds of boost. At 10 pounds, it'd be 9.36 to 1, which I can go as far as 12 to 1 on pump gas. So should be a whole different deal. All right, we've got it primed, but things cool. All right, we waited around. Finally, FedEx showed up with Colton'S intake. Here's the new intake. High rise. That's really nice setup. I'm gonna redo his carburetor for him, but put it on there to make sure the butterfly is clear and everything is good to go. Very nice. Cheap. It's made just like the Dart one, but half the price.
Yeah.
So, I got to drill, tap, and put a port in it to read the boost signal in the intake, just like I did that one. But should be good. And get it on there and put the flex plate on and maybe mount the converter and transmission all butted up together. Get it ready to go in. And I'll pull my car out tomorrow, but it's terrible weather. It's cold and supposed to storm, so.
Looks like it's fixing to let loose.
Oh yeah. This port drilled and tapped and put in there. This is to read boost under the carburetor. So above the carburetor, all that boost is completely different than what's actually in the intake, because you can see boost at the hat before you ever see boost under the intake and under the carburetor. So this gives you accurate reading of vacuum and boost, which is what we need all the time.
And for the blow-off valve.
Yeah, for the blow-off valve, has to reference.
Yep.
So. Alright, well, when the gasket's on and the sealant's on, just let it tack up before we put the intake on it. Alright, fix the motor up and make the transmission to the motor. Got to put the flex plate on and slide the converter in, make sure it's all good. We'll go put that with that, set it down there and have it ready to go in tomorrow.
First race transmission I've ever seen in my life.
This is race motor, race head, race. This is all race.
Cam, race
Yeah.
intake, race
Yeah.
carburetor, race transmission,
Yeah,
race.
forged internals, H-beam 6-inch rods, Brodix heads, solid roller cam, Howard's solid roller lifters.
Yes,
God.
balancer,
Yeah,
bigger turbo, and good old Mickey Thompson valve cover.
yeah. This is the only OG thing that's there.
And the timing cover.
Yeah, and the timing cover.
This is more forgiving.
All right, there it is. She's all butted together. Man, that's cool. It's hard to believe that much money is in this crappy little tent.
Yeah.
Cut them on.
How many you gonna put on it? 3? You could probably go 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Hey, I got here. If you're gonna do it, let's do it this way. Here. All right, we got stars on the trains.
Had to have some stars.
Yeah, I revamped the stars on my motor. We're revamping them again, bringing them back. We need them. We need,
Hell true.
yeah, need all the help we can get. All right, cool.
That's ours now.
Yeah, that's a wrap until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, we may not have built the trans. We built the motor.
Yeah.
You don't have to build no trans.
Now.
Never attempted. Probably do it, never attempted.
All right, cool. That's a wrap. All right, trans and converter and stuff's out. Cross member's out. Drive shaft's out.
Race pants.
All right, motor and trans is going in. I was down there checking timing on stuff, and they done about got the motor
We
in.
never did that. Had to roll the carpet back, put these all the way up there against the wood, hop it up on that, roll these all the way up here till we run out of room. Put the jack in here, jack up each side of the cherry picker, slide them on in, then let it down, and then pry this over that way, and then slid it on that truck. Other than that, it's easy.
I should have been up here.
No, it had nothing to do with you. It's just,
I'm saying more hands would have made it easier.
that's the only way we have to work it every time. Them little sumbitches up there are priceless.
Yeah, they are good. All right, there is Colton'S crossmember. Do you recommend this crossmember to other people, Colton?
Oh, yes.
It's so much better than the stock one.
I have to drill one hole,
Yeah,
but that's it.
yeah, so,
And it bolts exactly in the factory spot.
yeah.
Lines up perfect with my new transmission.
Very nice, very nice. All right, let me get you that. I'm running up the road. It's fixing to start raining, so I'm gonna run up there and see if I can get 8 pounds of boost. Probably won't have no outside the car footage.
Did you try my old plugs?
Yeah.
On my motor?
Well, no, they're stuck in the gas thing. They've been soaked in fuel. So what we're doing is I've gone up the road a couple times, and it's still like it's killing plugs, and it shouldn't. The timing's 36 degrees. Everything's there. It's just got too much fuel for the amount of air that's coming in without boost. When the boost comes in, it's fine, but trying to cruise it around with this small amount of hat, it just ain't got enough air volume for both them carburetors, and I've leaned them out as far as they'll go. I don't know.
And if you put the two 650s on there, he said it'd do the same damn
Yeah,
thing.
it ain't going to make much difference. 750 and 650.
Pop the damn hat off of it and let it get enough air and drive it and see if it still kills the plugs.
I mean, we can pop them
it's
off.
fouling the plugs like a damn 74 Chevy truck.
Yeah. And it'll be fine, and by the time I get in the driveway, they're fouling out.
And you can put a hotter plug in it, but there's another damn 25, 30 bucks.
Well, it's not even that. I can't run a hot plug and run the amount of boost that I want.
That's what I mean. It's a damn catch-22.
Yeah.
Those carburetors are big as hell, but
and they worked.
You run them on that 8.5 one motor, they run like a damn sunbitch.
Yeah. Then they ran on 11.5 to 1 motor, and God, they were amazing.
Never had to mess with it, but I think it's getting too much fuel and not no air, and it kills the plugs before you even get it. Because
before you can get
it'll all down and ease up the road. 500 yards, you can hear it start setting drowning the damn plugs out.
And it's got 4.5 power. Trust me, I know the carburetors. It should be perfectly fine. It's just too much.
Yeah, it just don't run right. I mean, it runs good, but it ain't.
Well, the other day we went up road at 4 psi, and at the 4 psi, it still was just. I mean, it ran okay. It was clean. It just wasn't.
I mean, you can come and listen to it. It's idling there, but it just ain't there. It ain't. The other day, mashed it and hit it down there in the road. It sounded pretty good, but it's still not. It just don't. Somebody ought to come loose. I mean, it's like something's not letting it go. It's not.
So what we're debating about is to pop my tunnel ram off.
On building all that shit.
Yeah, I bet all this is built, hand built.
I said, you got so many hours and so much time in that thing. I said, but there is a lot of damn experiments that's not worked out. So.
That's true. All right, well, of course, it's raining on us now. But I think we've decided I'm going to throw a single on it and build a single blow-through carburetor and just make it better. I'm not normally one to let something defeat me, but I don't know what else to do.
You ain't defeated.
I just don't know what else to do.
It was just a test. We agreed to that. You fucking started it. It's just see if it worked.
Yeah.
But what's so weird is
it does
like,
work. There's just something. There's something just not
There's
working.
just something not doing right.
now if I wanted to run, if I ran 2 individual hats like what you got, that's going to be so much money. That's $200 in hats. Ain't no more budget deal.
Holidays ain't cheap.
Yeah, I know. I really know.
Oh, that baby, don't go cheap on me now, Watson. You're as a car.
Datsun.
Watson. Where's
Datsun. We've got Datsun here.
Datsun.
See, nobody cares. I mean,
just study on it. Watch your next move. It ain't nothing but a bunch of bolts and a gasket sealer.
Oh, no, I could have a freaking single on it today if I wanted to, but
back home.
there just ain't nothing that I haven't figured out. Like, it worked, and then it just doesn't.
We've never had one that give that much problem.
No, it should have been. Should have been sweet from the get.
It's something simple. It's fucking a minute motherfucker that it don't like. I don't know what it is.
I think it's air volume. I think there's not enough volume getting pushed into both of them carburetors to mix with that fuel to make the cylinders happy. There's not until it gets boost. When it gets boost, then it's okay. But up until that point, because I'm cruising all over with no boost.
But it run like hell's cat on that damn little Plano motor. Turd of a motor.
Yeah, the 2 cars, but they had all the air. When I put filters on them, it was a different story. It run awful.
They hated the filter.
You put filters on that 57, it can't stand that shit. It's a whole new car. It sucks. That's something. There's not like no kind of filtration whatsoever. You pull the filters off, and it's just like you just set the cat free.
Yeah.
Even putting exhaust on it, that's something that you cannot stand that muffler.
I don't know.
Just study on it. Just sit back and spew.
Well, I've done stewed. I've been wanting to.
You just gotta sit back
when I first.
It ain't like it's a major deal. I mean, 30 minutes it can be on.
Oh, I know that, but like when I first started doing it, I wanted to go single for simplicity. But then everybody's like, "Are you tunnel ramming it?"
No, now we talked about that shit and we started getting wound up on that. And they started.
Yeah, but people was asking if we was going to tunnel ram it,
and they wanted to see if it worked.
No, and you's like, I've never seen a tunnel ram with turbos. So
that might be why you've never seen it.
And nobody else has. But there's something. I mean, this. But you still got to figure out somewhere down the road why that motherfucker won't work.
I know it's the hat volume. There's not enough air getting pushed in that to mix with the amount of fuel that's coming into it.
Until the boost comes in.
And two, the fuel has to have, the boosters have to have air passing through them in order to pull the fuel. If that air's not moving, then the fuel that's getting pulled is not atomizing, it's just puddling.
No, it's just running down there like a waterfall, not going nowhere. And that's what it sounds like it's doing. It sounds like it's just
gurgling,
shit out of it.
I don't know.
It's all tested.
Oh yeah.
Research and development. It ain't never over. Just a different path.
Yeah.
He ain't beat.
All right.
He'll be bummed out.
No, I'm not beating. I'm not bummed out. I wanted to go a single to begin with because it's simple. I know
Well, you
they.
shouldn't have listened to me.
No, it worked.
I caused you like
The first time we went up a road, it worked. It was just not, didn't have the power it should have, but it worked. Ah, yours is a 108. It's still pretty tame. It's a 250, 260.
I know.
It's still.
ditch on the street. Watch.
Oh, the S10 will be. You don't know what the S10 is going to be something else.
That's a bitch right there is going to clear a path this time.
It did pretty good before.
Yeah.
It's not good, but that's some bitch is
Wreak havoc.
It's like beyond mean. It's got everything in it. That's some bitch ain't gonna miss nothing now. It's got everything. It clicks the fives right off the trailer.
Alright, got a distributor thrown in it, and he's fixing to put the water pump and all that stuff on. Alternator, and while he does that, I'm going to start disassembling my entire top end. Getting going with a single. Which sucks, but it's got stung. Why do I get stung? Stupid bee. Anyway, I'll go with a single. Give that a shot. Since this thing is going to spend more time cruising around than it will be at wide open throttle, this is kind of overkill. If this was purely drag car, it'd probably be fine, but it's kind of overkill. And I can't get enough air volume through the hat to keep it leaned out enough. Just not enough air. When it comes to boost, it's fine, but when it ain't in boost, it's just super rich, and I can't tune the carbs down anymore, and them still run right. So I'll pop it off and put old Team G on it. Tried and tested. Alright, no time at all. Got my intake and carbs and distributor and all that out. Fix to scrape off old gasket that they got me for 30 bucks for a new one. Laying the worm to me. And he's got water pump, pulleys, all that on there. Sweet. I can't wait to see with the exhaust on and see where the turbo is going to go.
Yeah.
That'll probably be about the next thing. Alright, got the new intake gasket on. Let that tack up a little bit and then throw an intake on it. Go back the other way. Alright, there it is. It's on there. It looks so odd being on this car. This thing has not had a single carb setup on it in probably 7 years. I can't even see nothing. It's all hid. It's crazy. Single carb setups are just like ridiculously simple. I've done nothing but tunnel rims forever. So this should be pretty easy. So much room. It's crazy. Well, I had to redo my oil lines because it broke off in a block. I had to fix it, but I got that fixed. It's all back like it was. Distributor in, had to adjust the depth of the distributor. So that's adjusted. Gonna mark my new number 1 and hook up my cable drive and all that, throw a carb on it. I gotta build the carb, but I'm just gonna set it on there and you'll see it. It's I built a blow-through carburetor for Ricky. It's a 750, but I built a blow-through carb for him. In exchange, he gave me a 850 Demon. So it's got annular boosters in it, which will work great for boost. So I'm gonna use that 850 and build it and make it work on this combo. there it is. We clocked the tubes down. So close. Yeah, well, he's been messing with this, and we've been back and forth, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna set a carb on mine and look at it, but just so much coolerness going on up here. Look at these turbos. Cole walks back here, he's like, man, yours are small. Just insults me. Total disrespect. See them turbos, then look at mine. My little GT35s. All right, just looking at everything. I'm gonna get me a hat like this, $100. I'd like to find a used one somewhere, but best of luck with that. One that comes out, come up and turn, come straight out there, and just join them into one right there. One piece of rubber boot. This is that 850.
Hey, did I have any different ones?
The annular boosters. What? This whole deal is going to be so much simpler, man. Like, I hate to go to a single, but I'm just tired of messing with the tunnel ram setup. Like, I can set up tunnel rams on naturally aspirated like that. Work perfect, but it's just too much fuel for not being in boost all the time. When you're cruising along, it's just too much because the hat's such a restriction. So, this will be better. It'd be more street friendly anyhow. I ain't finished this yet. I've been over here double coating with these drain lines.
It fell again.
Leave it laying like that.
That's one it's getting.
Then we got the drain lines and all the fittings and all that. This could be a little steeper, but it should gravity feed, gravity drain just fine.
Yeah.
Then he's gonna put the radiator on it, and then probably bolt the carb on and stick the hat on and see how this thing's gonna get plumbed. All right, this 850 carb, the centers on these demons, they got helicoils in them, and this one was stripped, so I had to try to retap it as best I could, and I had to I took a 1/4-inch bolt that I cut and then welded a Holley 5/16 head, half of a bolt to, and extended it and then ground it all so it slide down in there. And I mean, it don't look like the rest of them. The rest of them's out in the head, but all I need to do is it pull tight, and that's what it's done. So pull it all apart and clean it up and jet it and stuff the way I want to jet it, and we'll go from there. Alright, I rebuilt that Demon carburetor, the 850 with angular boosters. Rebuilt it the other day, set it up for this combination and to be blow through, and polish it up. That's probably the shiniest thing I've ever had on a motor. But I cleaned up real nice. So, got that all good, got it bolted down there. I'm going to hook up everything and maybe start this thing up here in a minute. Make sure no leaks.
Should be fine.
Going to come either a 45 or a 90 out of each one of these. 45 out of that one, probably 90
on that one.
And then run straight in there like that. And my wife for the 74 showed up today. Just got to swing by and pick it up. But that's what we're doing. Figuring out the plumbing on this thing. So you need 2 couplers and a 45 and a 90.
Oh, 1 coupler.
Oh yeah, well, 1 coupler. All right. The shifter on Turbo 400 is adjusted. Colton adjusted that. It was perfect. And I went over there and checked it, and it didn't need no more adjusting, so we nailed that first try. I got all this crap on. Fuel line, carburetor. Got my linkage hooked up. Return spring, bracket for a return spring. I've got the plugs in, plug wires on. I'm gonna fire this thing up and see what it does. And Colton is pulling this carburetor apart to basically just renew it. I'll dig through my box, see if I got any new gaskets, which those didn't look bad. But, I mean, can't hurt. I'm making my pieces here for my single. Got the carb tuned in a little while ago, running a lot better. But this is how it's going to be. I had this stainless come from belt iron. This clamp here, that clamp here. This is just temporary. I got actual silicone couplers on the way. They ain't here today. So that had a perfect bend. So I'm gonna run that and couple that to that. Then come to the other side, turn that up a little bit, come out maybe with that or with this, cut it to where it's just right, and that'll couple into there. And then there you go. That'll be the single setup. And also, Bad Daddy Brady, Brad Saxton sent us. There you are. Brad Saxton sent us these. He used to be a carburetors don't mess with no more. He's got the fastest rat rod in San Francisco, I think, or California, something like that. He also sent us these shirts. 2X fit me good. Extra large fit Colton perfect. 3X is a little small for Dad. He's a big fella, but thank you again, Bad Daddy Brady. I think that's what it says on the back. So thank you. Awesome. We will use them. I used them the other day.